2K has announced a new horror movie game, which will be called The Quarry. The Quarry is an upcoming interactive drama horror video game developed by Supermassive Games and published by 2K Games. It is the spiritual successor to Until Dawn. The game heavily evokes classic teen horrors, sticking close to the path that made Until Dawn so successful. Also, like Until Dawn, this path branches off in various different directions, twisting and turning along the way until you reach one of its 186 unique ending variations. What made Until Dawn so enjoyable and fresh when it was first released? While The Quarry may not be treading as much new ground, it definitely got its hooks into me with its gorgeous cinematic presentation and overall affection for the horror movies I am so clearly in love with. The Quarry wears its influences on its blood-soaked sleeve. The summer camp setting of Friday the 13th, the teens versus monster nature of Cabin in the Woods, and the winking self-awareness of Scream. All of this occurs while the echoes of Deliverance's banjo strings can be heard pinging off of the trees, firmly remembering to put the laughter into slaughter. Take one look at the casting and you'll be able to see what Supermassive is going for here, with cult horror actors such as Scream's David Arquette and The Evil Dead's Ted Raimi giving you a not-so-warm welcome to Hackett's Quarry summer camp. After an unsettling, and ultimately gruesome prologue, Act 1 of The Quarry begins on the very last day of camp. The kids have all gone home and only the counselors and Arquette's Mr. Hackett remain. You switch between controlling 9 different camp counselors as they spend the next couple of hours preparing for one final big blowout party in the evening before heading home. It's hard to not take notice of the stunning cinematography when playing The Quarry, which is without a doubt a graphical and artistic step up over Until Dawn. It employs the age-old Renaissance art chiaroscuro technique, which uses high contrasting areas of light and dark to allow for unexpected surprises to burst out of heavily shadowed areas. You'll have seen this in all kinds of horror cinema, from old classics such as The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari to modern films like 2017's. The technique is used perfectly in the prologue, when a wholly creepy cop played by Raimi appears from the darkness to startle a couple bathed in the comforting light of their car. This impressive technical care is not just in the lighting, will be throughout the game. The improved camera work makes The Quarry feel like Supermassive's most cinematic game yet. Tight, claustrophobic framing ramps up the tension, which works hand in hand with the highly detailed facial animations captured at Digital Domain, the visual effects company behind the MCU's Thanos. It's not just a real step up from Until Dawn, but downright some of the most impressively animated faces I've ever seen in a game. They really bring the characters to life, before you choose to swiftly inflict death upon them. Those demises wouldn't mean nearly as much though without first having got to know the 9 playable leads. This is where The Quarry's first 2 chapters spend a lot of their focus, developing bonds between each of the camp counselors and, crucially, the actual playable characters. The love for decades of horror movies is on show for all to see, and the basic but effective gameplay of frequent tough decisions is perfect for the genre. You may only be making one significant button press every few minutes, but they each hold a huge amount of weight. It's still hard to know what the repercussions will be, either immediately or 6 hours down the line. It's that slow building of tension and sudden release of excitement that makes for a great horror movie, and a promising sign that The Quarry is heading in the right direction. In fact, if all you're looking for is to put the controller down completely and watch the action play out, there's even movie mode. This essentially lets you predetermine the behavior of each of the 9 characters at the start of the story before watching it all unfold. Will they be cautious or confident, polite or standoffish? The possibilities are numerous and ways. So leave your thoughts on comments. As always, thank you for watching. Please consider the subscribe button.